we're here to win. That's what we want to do. We want to compete for a championship. Probably the moment I knew I was no good at playing basketball. I mean, look, honest question and honest answer. Look, I think just probably fortunate enough to have a lot of great role models as a young basketball player coming through New Zealand, and people who really poured their time into me and inspired me to want to continue to play or make a contribution to the game of basketball. So although my playing time was relatively short-lived as far as a playing career, I knew there was a way I could still make a contribution to the sport, and that was via coaching. KG certainly draws the best out in all of us in a number of different ways, and does such a great job of creating thought-provoking questions, inspiration, to the team. I think I'm probably very matter-of-fact when it comes to anything pre-game, and I've pre-warned the team that I'm not that coach that's going to have you ready to run through a brick wall. KG does an incredible job of that for this team and for this program. But yeah, for me, it's KG in a number of ways, just with her intellect, her IQ, her intelligence, her leadership, her ability to communicate and inspire people, and her ability to be able to act sometimes as you need to with leadership, a filter between the coach and the playing group. Yeah, it's really hard to go. She sets the standard for so much in our program and our community. I'm certainly not throwing any shade out there, but I don't think anyone was picking us to win last season, if I'm being honest. That's just maybe based on form, and the experts out there weren't picking us to win. So I'm not saying we were underdogs. We were a very talented team last season, and absolutely not taking away from the fact that we put a great team together. Yeah, but tough to say underdog wins. I mean, obviously, outside of the WNBL, I could probably refer to a number of games coached the New Zealand Tall Ferns. For example, coached the New Zealand team to beat Spain in Spain, beating Latvia in Latvia, beating China in China. Yeah, I actually have a pounamu, a New Zealand greenstone, which I do wear on most occasions, not all the time. It's actually broken at the moment, so yeah, I'm not wearing it right now. Getting a second life coaching in the WNBL again. A lot of the coaches that have been around for the last 10 plus years, most of us are on second, third lives as far as second, third programs. So yeah, I didn't expect to be back in the driver's seat again, and so I'm incredibly thankful to be a part of the Bendigo Spirit program and SEN for giving me the opportunity. You go Veronica Burton, obviously most improved player in the WNBA this season, but she was already a very good player prior to coming to the Spirit program. Obviously, we helped refine some smaller parts of her game, and she put the work in. Micah Simpson, obviously development player for 2 years with the program, and now in his second year as a contracted player. Georgia Booth, development player last year, contracted player this year. Yeah, but again, it takes a village. I'm probably just can take a small amount of credit for finding and recruiting players, and then the staff buying into pouring in their time into helping these young athletes get better. Success, I think, in a number of ways. I think first and foremost, there's obviously, you can't escape the winning component. I think all of us are here at this level, we're here to win. That's what we want to do. We want to compete for a championship. As far as the success part within the components of getting to that point itself, is our chemistry good? Chemistry, culture, are we picking our teammates off the floor? Are we getting around each other? Are we working hard and competing? And that's what preseason is about. Can we get our concepts, our culture, our chemistry, our conditioning, all those things together, particularly our identity. There are two moments for me, and one's part of my journey, and that's sort of when you in my opinion, when you're starting out this sort of coach pathway and it's voluntary and you're doing it because you love it and you're not quite sure that it could become a career for you. And that for me was when I was coaching an under 17. No one would even know, coaching an under 17 Canterbury team back in New Zealand. And it was a really proud moment for me because we won the South Island, or the state championships, you could pretty much say, which would then get you to a national championships. And my father was there watching, which was just awesome. And we had no, growing up as a young coach and a young kid, there was no connection to basketball. Basketball was not a sport within my family, particularly in New Zealand. So for him to come to get to watch that and see us win in that moment was incredibly, a really proud time of my coaching journey when I was starting out. Proudest time in my career as coach. Well, it's hard to go past the championship last season with the Spirit, right? And there were a lot of different moments throughout that season that I was incredibly proud of. I mean, the winning part obviously is the absolute pinnacle, but for me it was actually smaller moments throughout the season, and probably one of the bigger ones was coming back to Bendigo after we'd won in Townsville and being able to share that with the community, but most importantly my family, my wife and my two sons, was an incredibly proud moment. And just seeing how happy they were, and obviously the community as well, was an incredibly proud moment. Know your why. I mean, for me, I'll measure success in my own opinion based on how, if a player has aspirations to play for the Opals or play for the national team or make it to the WNBA, have I helped them get to that point? Or they want us to play WNBL, as an example, a development player, can we help them get to that point? The second part is, in 10 years' time, when we're at the local Coles and I see them down aisle 3, looking at condiments, will they say hello to me? Did I give them an experience, or did I have a relationship with them that was long lasting? And the third and final one is creating lifers. Like how many people have we impacted in such a positive way that they want to stay involved in the game of basketball? I'm so sorry, Michaela Cox. The whole no bananas in the change room thing used to, that's tough, but that is it's not even really a strange routine. It's just like, hey, no bananas in the locker room. KG for sure. She's got that nice mix of 80s to 2000 to current tunes. So she hits all the right spots as far as music goes in our program.